Hello everyone, welcome back to Quarter Flips. I'm Dave. Today I just want to talk about, I want to talk about a few things actually. I want to talk about some stuff that's been going on eBay with shipping things media mail. I want to talk about a change that Discogs has put in place that has not upset the apple cart, but has just made it so that I have to spend a little more time with orders that I get on there. And if you sell through Discogs, you might want to be aware of this, or maybe you are aware of this already. And then I wanted to go over some sales because the last 2 days there have been a bunch of sales on eBay and some on Discogs. So I'll go over those at the end. Okay, media mail. Listen, I have been selling things and sending them through the mail using the USPS by media mail. We didn't even call it media mail back in the day. It was called Special Fourth Class Book Rate over 30 years ago when I started doing this. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I started a record label in 1990 and immediately had to start learning how to send vinyl records in the mail. But I'd already been ordering vinyl records before I did that for a couple of years. And so I knew what they kind of needed to look like, and very, very quickly I developed a style of kind of over packaging, which has carried with me to this day. People say I spend too much time on packaging, but if you look at my feedback on Discogs and eBay, you'll see that I get a lot of good feedback about my packaging. So I think it pays off in the end, in goodwill at least. But media mail has become kind of a nightmare. And like I said, I've been using it for a long, long time. And in the past, every once in a while, you'd send something out media mail and it would just get stuck in the mail for up to like 6 weeks. And when I say every once in a while, like once a year, sometimes not even once a year. It's happening like once a week now. And it has been for a couple of months. I had heard other people complaining about it, but I hadn't been having a lot of trouble with it myself. But I've had to refund 2 orders in the last 3 weeks that were for items that did get delivered. Well, no, one was delivered less than 24 hours after I did the refund because the customer was upset. Where's my item? Well, you can check the tracking. You can see that the post office has it. And they said, well, it's lost. Yes, but we need the post office to determine that. Like, it still says it's on the way to you. No, it's lost. Okay? You know what? It was like a $9 DVD. I just refunded it. And then it was delivered. And they said, oh, hey, I should give you your money back. And I said, well, there's no way for you to give my money back. eBay doesn't allow you to send back a refund. It's not as far as I know. And I can't give them my email address for my PayPal through the eBay system, messaging system, because that would be fee avoidance. So it was just a gift. And then just in the last week, I did the exact same thing for another person. Their item is still in transit. Yeah. They click on their tracking, they see that the USPS has it, and they say, what can you do for me? I can't do anything. I don't have a magic button. There's no hotline to call. Hey, my $3.19 media mail DVD is delayed somewhere in the Midwest. Can you get on that? It made me wonder though. I'm not hearing from other people. Are all the other packages being delivered in time? So I went onto my pirate ship and I looked at the things that I had shipped. I went down. Lo and behold, going back 4 weeks, there's 5 outstanding packages. Still haven't been delivered outside of the one that I just told you about that I have already refunded the person for. Now, I'm assuming that these other packages, these people have either just forgotten that they're on the way or they just know how this works. They bought something that's being shipped cheaply. They clicked on the tracking. They saw the notice from the post office that says this package is delayed, but it's still on the way. And they went, oh, okay. Which I wish every customer would do, but they don't. And yeah, so those will all get there because the packages never come back to me. Unless the person isn't there to receive the package on the other end, they don't just decide to send them back. So if you're a customer and this is happening to you, click on the tracking. If your package is on the way, the sellers have no power over that other than what I'm about to say right now, which is Don't ship things by media mail. I'm just going to not ship things by media mail. That's a lie. I'm still going to do it, but let me explain. It's going to be a little more complicated. Almost everything that's gone missing, and it hasn't gone missing, almost everything that's been slowed down has been going from west to east. My I-5 corridor, like packages going down to California, Oregon, wherever within the state, that stuff just goes at a very good pace. They get their things pretty quickly. Almost everything else, if it's going media mail for the less than £1 price, which is $3.19, it's hitting some kind of midpoint and just bogging down. But larger packages that are going media mail are not. Every single package that is being delayed is a small item. It's a DVD or a CD or a 7-inch record. That's happening too, but always the £1 or under amount. Most of the LPs that I ship, they go in boxes this big and they usually weigh almost 2 pounds. They're going right to their destinations. These are not the ones that are getting lost. It's the DVD size stuff. It's a small packet, $3.19. And here's what I think is happening. Now look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a guy who spent a lot of time fixating on conspiracy theories in his life. And sometimes I tell a couple of lies about myself before I start the next sentence. Yes, I definitely have been that guy at different points in the past when it was fun. Not now, but when it was fun, like X-Files time. I think there's a conspiracy here, though. Let me explain. A $3.19 packet could be sent for $3.99 first class. And the first class ones that are 11 ounces, sent through pirate ship, usually it's like $3.99 or maybe $4.15. It's somewhere in that range, even if it's going to the East Coast. Pirate ship, you get pretty deep discounts. If you have to pay full price, that might be up to like $6. But this isn't about specific pricing. This is about the small packets. What I'm saying is that these under £1 media mail packets, I think they want to make that an unreliable type of delivery, so that someone like me will just default to spending a little bit more of their profit to making sure the customer gets it. And that's what I'm going to do. It's working, because I do not want to deal with this anymore. And it's not, okay, Michael Ann pointed out to me that I should add up all the ones that I sell and then how many I had to refund and see if it's actually worth it versus the money I'll lose stepping things up to first class. And yes, but that doesn't take into account the annoyance of this whole thing. But I'm also going to be focusing as much as I can on selling higher price items, higher price DVDs. When I have lower price DVDs, I'm going to be trying to lot them up. And more, I'm going to be possibly going back to my old way of selling, where I set the price at a reasonable price that I want to get, and then add the shipping on and have it be, have it be media, but then because it's mostly paid for, I'll just bite the bullet on a little extra and I'll send it first class, and it will just feel better. Or I'll just set it at first class so they know they're getting it first class. But regardless, I can't just keep sending out these small packets media and dealing with this, because they're screwing us over and they're doing it on purpose. All right, so that's the media mail thing. Have you had trouble? Do you ship media mail? Have you seen this happen in the last, say, 90 days? Have you seen it get worse? If so, let me know in the comments. Discogs. Okay, so Discogs, the issue with Discogs is they just went to a managed payment thing, kind of the way eBay did. It used to be with Discogs, when someone paid you, the money would show up in your PayPal and you'd get a notice. You'd get 2 notices from Discogs. They would say, hey, this person made this order. Hey, this person paid for this order. So once the person paid for the order, you would go into your orders page and you would set it as payment received. And then the person who made the order would see that you had set it, you had changed it to order received, or to payment received. But the issue is, since I don't mark payment received anymore, the customer isn't seeing any kind of action from me on my side. They just make the payment and that's it. And then it just sits there until I ship and it generates a tracking number. And that's fine. I'm not one of those sellers that like sends a note out to every person who makes an order. I just get orders and then I ship them. And then sometimes people will send a message and I'll respond and it's fine. But like most of the time, it's just a, hey, what's up? You've got some cool music or something. It's never a, did you get my order? Or at least it didn't used to be that way. But last weekend, the weekend before Valentine's Day, I get a couple orders on the weekend. And then Valentine's Day happens and I'm not around, so I'm going to be shipping on Tuesday. But come Monday evening, I see I've got 2 messages on Discogs from the last 2 people that ordered from me. And both of them are, hey, have you received, I haven't heard anything from you. Are you shipping my order? What's going on? One of them was wrote a lot and one of them wrote a little. That was just kind of like chill, like, hey, what's happening? But the other person was a little more agitated, like, it's been this many days and I haven't heard anything. So I sent nice messages to both of them and told them they were shipping in the morning. I'd have tracking up for them, and I did, and they went out and everything was good. But I realized I now have to go in whenever I get an order. I've got to go in and write to the person and say, got your order. There's messaging that you can do with the buyers that's right on the order page. So it's not like sending a specific email to them. You just go below the order and you say, this will be coming your way. I created a script that says, hey, I got your order. I'll upload tracking when it goes. And that's what I've been doing with every order I get. Since this change, I didn't used to have to do that. So now it's an extra step. Now, yes, I did used to have to go in and click that I had received the payment, but that was just clicking a button. Like you click the button and it just automatically put into the little message area that you had received the payment. And it seemed like you were interacting, I guess. Now it seems like they're just throwing money into a dead space and no one's reacting. This is what I think is happening. But I got those messages, started putting this reply on every order that I get, and I haven't gotten any messages since. So if you do Discogs and you're seeing this happen, it seems like customers are a little more agitated. It could be because we are looking less active as sellers. So keep that in mind if you're selling on Discogs, and maybe that's a helpful tip. All right, speaking of Discogs, let's talk about the stuff that I sold. Starting with this LP from Reckless Eric. This is The Whole Wide World. It went for $9.99 plus shipping. Godflesh Street Cleaner CD, a classic. This one went for $11.99 plus shipping. And someone bought 5 CDs from me. I'll read them off to you. This is the Rammer, Incinerator, and Crusher CD. This went for $4.99. Bird of Ill Omen, Self, Dare You Still Breathe, $5.99. Rambo, Wall of Death, The System, $6.99. Spread the Disease, We Bleed From Many Wounds, $7.99. And Tear It Up. This is the first 4 months, $8.99. These all went together, shipping on top. One thing I want to say about these, if you've watched my What Sold videos and you see the names of some of these things that I'm selling, bands like this, punk rock, hardcore bands, they usually don't make a lot of them. There's not a gigantic fan base for them. But the people who make this kind of music often go on to do things later in life, get into bigger bands, and then people want to get a hold of stuff they did when they were younger. Or sometimes it's just undeniable how awesome the music on some of these CDs really is, or just how outrageous it is. So yeah, there aren't a lot of them out there. New generations of people into that music scene come along and they're not available for them to buy. Or if they're buying them, they're buying repressed versions on new labels, and it's just cool to get the old versions. So when you're out, if you see, I always tell people, look for like skulls and leather jackets and moshing skinheads, things like that. If you see things with names like Wall of Death, The System, or We Bleed From Many Wounds, just take a look at it. Look up the price on it. You may be surprised. There's a lot of money in this stuff. And for me, I like to sell it because I actually like it. There's no accounting for taste, right? Of course, I sold a bunch of DVDs. Let's go through these. Bone Daddy with Rucker Hauer, $7.99. The Fisher King, $9.99. Blackboard Jungle, $12.99. The Audition, this is a Metropolitan Opera DVD, $12.99. Shogun Assassin 3, Slashing Blades of Carnage. This normally doesn't sell for $14.99, which is what I got for it, but I mentioned The Mandalorian in the title and talked in the description about how a lot of The Mandalorian is based on this movie series, which is true. So apparently someone chose mine, which was nice. $14.99. The Abductors, early 70s sketchy exploitation. Almost, I don't know, this might be what you call a skin flick. It's not porn, but it's I don't know, it's like a sexy spy movie. $24.99. This set of Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe. This is a 6 CD set. I already had it put together here. I'm not going to take it out of the shrink, but this went for $24.99 plus shipping. Now, shipping included. Still, I got these for like, I don't know. I think I got them for $6. So, pretty good deal. Any sealed copy of Drop Dead Fred, $29.99, shipping included. Team Fred, all the way. Finally sold some plush. Purple Sloth, $11.99, shipping included. I don't know. It's going to ship for like $4. After fees, I'm going to make like $4 on this, but whatever. I sold this very nice Mustang hat, 1964 to 1994. That went for $29.99 plus shipping. And then I sold this Talisman. It's an expansion for the game. So this isn't the game. This is just extra pieces that were sold in a box. I don't have the box to expand the game. Really all it is this 4-page booklet, questions and answers to help you understand the rules that came with the original game. And then just some cards, some character cards and some other cards to use in the game and a couple of stands for the character cards. There's very little here. It went for $49.99 plus shipping. Always be on the lookout for Games Workshop stuff, seriously. And let's look over here at the stuff that I sold that I've already shipped. Over on Discogs. Sold this CD from the band High on Fire. This is The Art of Self-Defense. It went for $12.99 plus shipping. Sold some music on eBay. Red Rocket July CD. This is one of the CDs I put out on my record label back in the day. There was a discussion on Facebook the other day about this band, and then boom, what do you know? I sold one. And this sells so infrequently that I have to think that's why that happened. $4.99, shipping included. It's just a way to get that to somebody who wants it. And The Criminals, 7 Months, Drunk and Bitter. My last copy of this one, clear vinyl, $5.99 plus shipping. So the copy of Beetlejuice on VHS. A lot of talk lately about how VHS is not worth anything. And listen, when you walk into a thrift store and you see those piles of VHS, most of it is going to be worth nothing. But a few copies of things do get sought after a little bit. $9.99 isn't much, but at least it was $9.99 plus shipping for this one. The Woodlanders on DVD, $14.99, shipping included. Sealed DVD of Cyrano de Bergerac. It's an old black and white version. That went for $7.99. Sold this Phantom Labor mech model. How easy it is to see, but this is kind of like a Gundam model, but it's from the Pat Labor series. $14.99 plus shipping on that one. It is open, but everything inside is complete in the plastic. And sold this Talisman City box set. It is not complete. It is not in great condition. I got it for $1.99 in a thrift shop a while back. Put it up and it sold in a couple of hours for $49.99 plus shipping. Games Workshop stuff. You always want to look for it. And the Ruins of Myth Draenor. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right. This is a Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms campaign setting. It's got maps, it's got books. It does not have the box that it came with originally or a couple of the smaller parts. Even still, it went for $49.99 plus shipping. That's it. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff packed and shipped. Yeah, and then it's quite a week. I've got half off days at St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. I'm not ready to do another $1 new car challenge video there. I'm waiting for the money to get to a certain point on that. So I'm going to go, hopefully with surrogate shopper Tanya, we're going to go do some shopping and maybe I'll buy a few things, or I don't know. If I find the right deal, I will pick up some stuff and we'll throw up the video and see what we see how she does. And there's a bin store here, like 10 minutes from my house. It's been open for months. I had no idea. I've been seeing all these people going to these bin stores, these clearance items in the bins, and we have one. I was in there the other day. I bought a fishing reel. Our bin store is more expensive than the other ones that I see in the middle of the country. They start with a $10 day, then they do a $9 day, then they do a $7 day. I was there on the $9 day. I bought a fishing reel I can sell for $20. So that's cool. I really was just checking it out. It was fun to find something in there that I thought was worth it. They've got like mystery boxes and stuff. So I will be making a video soon there and we'll see what that's all about. Hopefully they'll stay open. But I'll get to that stuff when I get to it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.